Welcome back to the Whiskey and Wisdom podcast. We have a special one for you today. As you can tell, we are all at a desk, which is weird for us. We haven't been at a desk for a while or even close to this setup.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
I was going to say, I don't think you would.
It's like different type of bar now. But as you know, we had on Bobby Demirs, as I like to call him, Bobby Blind Barrels. But he gave us a Blind Barrels box for us to try some whiskey. It's one of their older boxes, so we're not giving away any spoilers for someone who may have gotten a new one. And of course, we brought back a returning guest, no other than Denis Ing. Of course, had to bring in the whiskey guy himself to put his palate to the test.
Here,
Right.
flip into this side.
You can go and get closer to.
Scoot on up.
So when Bobby sent us this, he sent us a nice letter basically telling us the outline of what Blind Barrels is all about, why they created it, a lot of the stuff we talked about on the podcast already. Most importantly, it's all about community, which is why we decided to bring in another guy too to help us, part of our community. He helped really both of us build our palates through rounds and everything. And
A lot of peer pressure.
right. that too.
By choice, some by force.
Right. So brought some others in that you probably haven't tasted. I don't even know what they are yet. I haven't hit the QR code on the back of it to tell us what they are, but they are going to all be micro-distilleries, which should be fun too. And what Bobby was challenging us with is to try to figure out what is actually in these lineups. So let's see.
I know.
I'm coming here blind.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't even know what
we're doing today.
It's like we're doing blind
Yeah.
tastings. Here you go. But
So-
we were supposed to go find out what the age is, the proof, the mash bill, and tasting notes.
So I can get one of those.
I was gonna say, like, I may be able to get the proof, but other than that, we'll see how this goes.
All right. So
All
what do
right.
we?
For our viewers, yes, so you kind of see what's inside here.
Definitely.
That's really neat. If you want to.
And there's like this. I'm holding up as the tasting table. It is like a super legit breakdown. So Jesse from Penthouse brought us that, like, those tasting notes, like the smells box. And this tasting table goes even deeper. Like, it's broken down in like cereal, like vegetal, woody, spicy, roasted, winey tasting, fainty, toasty, tasty, floral, fruity. Like, and they're all broken down in different things. Check out Instagram because we'll have a picture of this breakdown for all of you guys, which I think is legit. So yeah, let's figure this out. We're gonna start with the finest Chinette.
China
Yes.
All right, we're gonna start with Blind Barrel,
A.
letter A,
Okay.
and number A.
If you're listening to the podcast, so we got tastings of 4 different blind barrels, because if you do basic and you just do 3, you can typically just figure out number 1 and number 3, and then your number 2 is just kind of settled. This way you can kind of debate a little bit more about like your favorite flavor and kind of go from there. That's what you should do, like once a quarter at the bar.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
It makes it more fun. It makes you actually think about it. They're just
Right. All right.
See.
It's
It's actually very nice on the nose.
I was gonna say that's actually not as. I was expecting something like harsh.
That first sip it's like a nice combination. Like, it tastes a little young.
smooth,
Yeah.
Smooth. Yeah.
very smooth. A little burn on the back.
Yeah.
Which is nice because you got to taste it. They're burning
Before you taste
Before you
it.
actually taste it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what I smell. It almost smells like caramel, but I don't.
I'm really sad I stopped my old school tasting notes when we were drinking
Yeah,
whiskey all the time. I'm gonna have to bring that back.
bring it back.
So what do we think? All right. So what do you think age wise? What's your guess?
I'd probably go with like 4 years.
Does anyone do a 5 year?
So
think
Buffalo
it's,
Trace is 4.5 year.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean,
True. I'm gonna do 6.
you know, see,
The proof.
it sits on my. I was thinking we're at 7. I'll go 7
Mm-hmm.
because it's definitely got some bubble.
Yeah.
Proof. I'm gonna go 92.
I was gonna go something close. I'll go 95 just to go slightly above that.
I'm like, it's not 100.
Can I answer first next time?
Yeah.
You can always guess the same as us, so we're not doing Price is
96.
Right.
96.
Right.
No, I think it's probably about like 3 spot. Whiskey you all drink.
Not as much as you.
Maybe more. Mostly it's put me to sleep.
Exactly. Same.
Gosh. Let's
I'm
see.
gonna say like a 90.
90
Okay.
as well.
Yeah, I think a 90.
All right. Do we want to? I'm
Second
not
one, the
good.
mash bill.
The mash bill.
I'm horrible with that.
It's so sweet. I'm gonna have to say it's probably a bourbon, so probably heavy on the corn.
Yeah. Like, it's
But other
definitely
than
not
that-
a rye.
No, it's definitely not a rye.
No. Yeah, definitely have
Yeah.
it like corn.
Yeah.
I'm about to pull it up right now.
75 corn.
I'm not gonna go that deep.
12
I'll tell you what the
12 rye.
majority is. Watch him lay like straight on it. All right, let's pull this up. Okay, so it is a bourbon.
Okay.
So here, we'll break it down. We'll be nice. The distillery is Chambers Bay Distillery in Washington State. The whiskey is Blue Label Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Oh, it gives you a fun fact. The whiskey isn't aged on land, but in boathouses on a dock, giving each barrel a distinct character shaped by the sea. Proof is 95.
Cool.
So,
There you
Good
go,
there.
Tyler.
age statement 4.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
I am on it.
Barrel and
Oh, mash bill, 70% sweet yellow corn.
70 on the spot.
Yeah. Color appearance, obviously, bright amber.
Mhm.
Aroma, green apple. It was the apple. that I
Ah,
was-
yep.
Yeah.
I knew fruit.
Yeah,
it was
because
definitely
you could
fruity.
taste it. It reminded me of like not a Granny Smith, but like,
Now
On
that-
the
now that
back
you said
end.
that, it almost tastes like a.
Yeah.
oh,
You
it's
know, now that you've said that, it makes
Yes.
it make sense. And
Then it says here, this makes it kind of brings it all together. The tasting notes is honey wheat bread, sea salted caramel. So I did get the caramel out of it. Yellow birthday cake, green apple pie, brown sugar. I get a lot of those.
yeah. I will say this is
the cherry.
a very smooth for something that's only 4 years.
That's an easy sipper.
Yeah.
Something, you know,
For those like, I've never tried whiskey before. This isn't going to
Gonna
burn you
chase you.
up.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, yeah.
We're not giving you the little
You'd
book.
be
Right.
exactly. That was
Just
that
as
was
a-
hard.
Even as a seasoned whiskey drinker, Tyler was at Rounds the other day and went over
Gosh.
and it made me not want to drink this. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, 130.
I was sweating for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Oh,
But, you know, it's like I had that Kentucky Owl today.
finally.
It's 100.
Yeah,
just
very
like
something like
this.
that. Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy. That's quality.
Yeah.
Right.
Which Kentucky Owl was it? Okay. I don't think I've had that one.
I was like,
Tequila.
I'm not.
I was off today too. I was like, I kind of want to go out.
Masters, day one, it was a bar day.
Oh
Part of the
yeah.
reason why I went over there too. I was
Yeah.
like, it's day one.
Well, I'm telling you, it's like, let's come tomorrow. We hang out. All right. I am fine. When rap come by, if I'm there on days,
So yeah,
this is how they start.
yep, that's exactly how it happened.
I was
Oh,
like, hey, you met my friend?
Right.
that reminds me. I gotta start the second level of whiskey
Oh,
finally.
guys are both,
Start. What are you talking about? I finished a
the
long
silver-
time
No,
ago.
you've finished.
they're both
I've
my
been like
Silver Club members.
taking my time.
Chris is about to be a gold member. I'm working on my platinum. No, I lied. I finished my platinum.
Say you're dead
Center,
center. I saw it.
Of
Yeah.
course you are.
Well, I was like, it took me 5.5 years.
I was.
It took Tyler 12 months.
Yeah. I
Fastest
think I was.
person finished all 3 in 1 month.
I was gonna
Oh,
say.
it's crazy.
I
Yeah.
was there.
Yep.
Wow.
He was just like knocking him
his
back. I
Uber
was
bill
like,
was
holy
racked
I
up.
walk with my-
Yeah, I was saying,
Oh,
yeah.
He walked back.
I would have.
Just to be on the
Yeah.
ball. He left.
I'll be honest. I don't smell too much.
Yeah, this definitely smells compared to the first one.
And it's-
This one's much hotter.
I could smell it being hotter.
This might be 105, 110.
Yeah, I was gonna
Definitely
say
over
that.
100.
Right.
But-
Don't trust us with lies.
Not in here.
Car insurance.
Right.
What happened to your building? So what happened was
We have a drinking
I
podcast
had
in
an
here.
idea of lighting 100 proofs on fire. Things got crazy.
imagine. No, see what this feels. See, this to me tastes like a 4-year.
After that one,
'Cause,
I
like-
almost want to say this is 3.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
Or it's a
this,
rye.
these taste
That's
real
pretty good,
young.
guys. I don't know if you ever. If you say
I always forget about that.
this is where it tastes from. Wallet. Out your mouth.
Well, I can tell you. So, like, while we're looking at this, there's some interesting, like, within the tasting table, there's a whole spot which is called Feinty, Feinty, and there's like a microbiological, technological, and chemical, which is interesting that, like, sometimes you can kind of taste some of these, maybe not in the whiskey, but in general, because it's like oxidized, soapy, burnt, oddly leathery, and honey fall into that kind of like in that blue section. So what you thinking, Dennis? You get first dibs. Age.
This one definitely numbed my tongue. Let it rest. No, 6 year.
I want to say 3, but I know it's not because that's like the bare minimum. And I already went 4, so I'm going to.
Noble Oak
Oh,
Double
really?
Oak in 2 years.
Oh. Interesting.
Noble Oak double.
Yeah.
So they didn't as fast.
I
Noble Oak
don't-
Double Oak.
How are you at double?
Yeah.
I
Anyways.
read it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Here I'll go with 5.
I'll go with 4. Let's go proof. Oh, because we did 654.
Right.
100 proof. You go 1-0.
Say. I'll just stick with 105 and go with you.
All right, I'm gonna go 110.
110.
Yeah.
And then so what's next? The mash?
Oh, I can't tell.
I can't tell you at all. on that
I
one.
can't.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's still hot.
It was hot.
Or we can
Not
go.
sweet.
No, it's definitely. I would not say it's a bourbon by any means.
So we're gonna think it's a rye.
I feel like it could be, but it's also I don't get the spice, like the
Yeah.
actual spice. It's hot.
Yeah.
It feels like a rye, but I don't get the spice
I don't
of
get
the
the
rye.
extra rye. The
Mm.
rye.
Like that high rye feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna skip that one. When it comes
I
to
think it's a wheat.
taste,
I think it's a
Oh,
yeah.
That's
okay.
smart,
I can see
yeah.
that.
Find myself. The corn
Yes.
Yeah.
breakdown of the combos. They're all,
yeah,
they're all
it's
in
in-
it.
yeah.
Could be-
Yeah.
Usually it's like a lot of time.
right. I got a little bit of vanilla. I don't know if there's actually vanilla in it, or if I'm just hoping that there is.
Smell something. I could smell
Mm.
after.
I would say it's actually
it's
better.
there.
Yeah. Now that we've,
Yeah.
yeah, I think vanilla, a little toffee.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Is that really?
All
Oh, that it.
right.
Let's
I'm gonna-
discover.
Pull it up.
Ooh, it's a little harsh though.
Whiskey Acres Distilling out of Illinois. This
Mm.
whiskey was a recommendation from one of the subscribers of Blind Barrel, the first rec that has made it into a lineup. Bottled and bond, so 100.
Oh, okay.
We're a little over. Age statement 5. Take that one. Mash bill, believe it or not, 75%. I don't know what dent corn is, but it is corn.
It's like I'm pretty sure it's
Right.
It's
That's
just
that
corn.
Corn out in Iowa.
Yeah. 15% red winter wheat and 10% malted barley. Yeah.
Oh, it's field. It's like field or grain corn. It's literally the most
That's the
common type.
graininess we talked about.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense
It makes
now.
it grainy, but it's grainy corn.
Right.
It's the typically like when I
Real
looked up
soft.
dent corn, the picture is one of those like the Halloween
Yeah.
corn
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Right.
It reminds me of
The
Hill
fall.
Girls right
Yes.
You're right.
I'm like I just think of fall
there. That goes
when I
into a
see the
cornucopia.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
All right, so tasting notes, it's sweet caramel corn,
Mm.
grassy, pear drops, raw hazelnuts, dark wood. Yeah. Lightly toasted coconut. I did not get that in there. Apple cider donuts. That's a very
Ooh.
specific taste. Ripe apples straight from the orchard and butterscotch.
The butterscotch.
Okay. Yeah,
Say.
you were- toffee,
Yeah.
hazelnut, butterscotch.
I'll say you were all over
Yeah.
it.
Funny how yeah.
I could see that.
That makes sense. It's like a wine tasting.
Mhm.
They're always like, do you taste?
Actually,
Oddly, I can
That
taste
is
the dirt.
That is very earthy.
right. On the letter
Shoot
C.
around on the-
Yeah.
We're doing better than
Which-
I
like,
thought.
the bottle and bond though, no?
I could see it
Shooting
being,
in the area.
Yeah.
but like we're used to like a traditional bottled and bond.
Yeah.
So like flavor.
Right.
Yeah, like Heaven Hill. I
Yeah.
got bottle and bonds around. They're very distinct bottle and bond.
Yes.
That one, I like it. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because like bottle and bond, it's like I have an initial like number, and it kind of goes.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're like, okay, I'm at a dentist's office.
Right. That's a good point.
Oh, we had barrel bourbon.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
time that numbs my tongue,
Yeah.
and it was the third one for the day. So I was like,
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
what am I doing?
Whoa. Very sweet. Smells good. If you made a candle out of that, I'd buy it. Yeah. It's
Just
so
whiskey
good.
at all times.
Right.
Yeah. So there's pineapple in this.
So it's very fruity.
definitely smell apple.
That's
You can't be wrong now.
Yeah.
And 2 apples. So
The theme of this box.
Theme.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see that. Raisin or fig?
too smart.
Well, no, just so you guys know, I'm looking at the tasting table while they're like coming up.
Yeah, so he's like,
I'm trying to think of
right.
Well, like, cause I'm smelling it, I'm like, I could smell the apple or whatever that citrus is.
yeah.
Oh no, I smelled it before. I was like, this smells delicious. Question is,
Oh, I must have.
It actually tastes really good. Too.
ooh, big sip.
A little cinnamon,
Yeah.
a little spice. That's
Does anybody
This
make a
could
pineapple
be-
pie?
This could have some more rye in it because I do get a lot of spice out of it.
Yeah.
I got the spice. That's like the cough breath of spice.
I'm trying to get the tastes. Notes.
Hold on.
I've never thought this hard about whiskey
I know.
before.
Well, usually when I'm reading them, I just give you all the notes, and you're like, oh,
Exactly.
okay, I can
yeah, I
remember
get
this.
that.
So you guys tell us, do you want me to bring back the tasting notes at the beginning of each episode?
What I really want to know is what season did you drink this at?
Oh, oh,
Oh,
I
this is a
missed
fall-
that.
This is
Oh.
easily a fall one.
The first time that you
See,
open a pumpkin beer. Back this one.
but when I smell it, I think it's spring.
You taste it.
Yes.
Right.
It's got more bite.
So like this is early fall. This is an
Yeah.
autumn.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. So in North Carolina, like that first time you're like,
Yes.
I can put something light.
Yeah, September 22nd
12th.
when you're like it's kind of
Right.
cold.
The 12th of 17 season.
Right. This one's enjoyable. I
See,
like this.
this is good for
This is
like this week because where it got super hot and then it got really
Yeah.
cold, but it's not too cold. This is what this reminds me of, like flavor wise. I can see.
It's like a little tip. It's the spice. Definitely like that. Now, see,
Yes.
into the
Right,
it's
yeah.
cool at night. I don't want to sweat. Be
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
All right, let's go age.
Ooh. All right. I'm gonna go 6.
I'll just stick with a 6 because
Okay.
I think it's right on it.
Mm-mm.
Right.
And proof. I feel like this is like sub 90, like 95. Oh, 85.
say,
Sorry, my
yeah.
brain was going both at the same time.
Like, I think I know what he means, but I was actually gonna go 95, so I'll take the
Okay.
95.
Should have gotten some
I'm gonna go
water.
90 I'm gonna go 92.
Yeah.
'Cause it doesn't have like a burn.
I think you're right on when it comes to the apple. I'm gonna say it's more of a high rye
Yeah.
Oh, I
for
can
the
see
mash
that.
bill, and I think some of the tasting notes is definitely gonna have apple.
I can see that. It's definitely a rye.
I will say this is probably my favorite rye. From like a non-big brand. Typically when we get a rye, it's like
Right.
Good one.
We don't know it's a rye yet. It just.
I'm
feels
saying
like-
if it is a rye, it'll be one of my favorites.
From my dreams.
I was
type
gonna
thing.
say. I hope it is because I call myself a rye guy. So if I'm wrong, I'm
I
gonna
can taste
feel
it
like.
that has all the stuff.
Right. Yeah, we'll find out. All right. So this one is from Iowa Legendary Rye.
Rye.
The fun fact is this is a true Prohibition era rye, crafted in an old school bootlegger still from an authentic recipe handed down from a female distiller who made what was Al Capone's favorite pour.
He sells stuff.
Exactly.
Yes.
His story sells everything.
This one is the gold label rye.
Okay.
What's it called?
The distillery or the whiskey?
Distillery.
The producer is the Iowa Legendary Rye. Out of Iowa, obviously. And then whiskey
That was
is
North
called
Carolina.
Gold Label Rye. The proof is actually 105.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, my argument is
Um,
my tongue was still lit from the first one before it.
All right, so this one does not have an age statement.
Okay. We're okay with that.
Cheaters.
Yeah, which is fine. Mash bill, 100% rye.
Oh,
Okay.
Yep.
It tastes
Oh,
the spice.
okay.
That's where the spice comes from.
Yep. Tasting notes: rounded and rich texture, melted caramel, cinnamon, orange studded with nutmeg, deep oak presence, and baked oats.
Orange. That's what it was.
7 orange.
Yeah. That's a different kind of orange.
Yeah.
The problem, so we're used to, like, we eat the sumo oranges, which have a totally different smell and a flavor than, like, your clementine, like the ones we're used to. So this company legit just makes rye. Like different,
Iowa rye.
yeah, just different configurations of it, which is kind of
There's
cool.
a rye market. He's
Yeah.
a rye guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can appreciate a good bourbon, but I just really like
I can
rye.
appreciate a good rye. I love
Straight American.
Okay,
Give
so
me American
do you
made.
prefer bourbon or bourbon whiskey? I asked that question because I actually always forget what the difference is.
I kind of mix them up myself. Even I drink. I like a straight
Okay.
more than I like. I like a lot of whiskeys. My favorite that I have.
Yes.
Ones that I favor.
Okay. Okay.
Bourbon has to be,
So,
or
no,
whiskey
yeah.
has to be straight.
Whiskey.
Bourbon.
Bourbon has to be in America, but some of the purists.
Kentucky.
yes.
Tequila has to be champagne. Brands.
Right.
Yes. Trying to figure out.
Yeah, so bourbon has to be whiskey.
Right.
Bourbon has to be at least 2 years.
And it's so much stuff.
I love it.
And when you're trying to run a
Legal.
business, like,
And in April,
right,
I'm
that's
like-
true.
In fact, I showed.
Yeah, I know.
I would always show up.
Hey, no matter what you
Emma
want to call
Louise.
it.
As or something like
Makes it
the
fun.
original OG rounds people.
Oh yes.
I can't believe I looked I looked at the sheet before I finished my final pour the other week. I was like, I've been sipping on this for almost 4 years.
Yeah, we've been open for 6.5. now.
Yeah.
So the reason why I was able to finish it,
19? Yeah.
2019.
I was able to finish it so fast for 2 reasons. One, it was pre-kids, and 2, it was during COVID. So there was
Yeah,
nothing
because it
better
was
than
like 2020,
I
2021.
started coming and started that with. That's when we were just literally hanging out.
Yeah,
right.
There was no agenda.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I could see people's faces again.
right.
And
That was a weird time. Like I had a coworker who, when she was hired, I only saw her with her mask on. So when she took her mask off, I was like, that's not what I was expecting.
Oh, did you
Not a
guys-
bad-
if I
I was
saw you in
like-
public, I would never
Right.
say hi to you.
No.
Did you have a doula when you had your baby?
I mean, we had a lady.
That kind of helped. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Um,
she was amazing. But
Was she?
Yeah.
Did she work for the hospital? She
Yeah.
like a nurse?
she was
Or
my favorite person. I don't think we went through our pregnancy without this lady being so
yeah,
cool because we
probably.
had some young ass nurses. Scattered. She was the ultimate hangout. It'd be like hanging out right now with you guys.
Oh
Except
yeah.
One of you guys is a chick. And birthed my child.
Hmm.
It was like she was such a down to earth lady. Be a vibe, talk us through.
Yeah.
Like it different. Yes, we had
Right.
a doula and
Yeah, there's a bunch of names for him, but we had a
rye, bourbon,
right.
whiskey. You know.
we had a doula that every time she would come to the house, and when she was there when we were having our second child, she always had a mask on because it was the middle of COVID and the hospital
Yeah.
and all that stuff. And I went to another event, and Jennifer was like, "Oh, like this is," and before she had a chance to like even say who the name was, I was like, "Oh, hi, I'm Tyler," and I shook her hand like, "Nice to meet you," and she was like, "I was your doula for your child," and I was
she was like, nope, wouldn't have known that.
Two quick stories on that note. The lady, every nurse, because the flu was apparently going around kids,
It was.
which was pre
Mhm.
for that. But she would always take her mask off. I really don't care. If we get you sick, get us sick. That's
Right,
fine.
yeah.
And
Okay.
that was what made her more a human and made it way more bonding
Mm.
at her birth. Second one is kid I grew up with my whole life. My sister's wedding. I walked up and I was like, "Hey, I'm Dennis." He's like, "It's Sam," and I was like, "Oh, shit! I didn't know with the beard. I'm sorry. It's like
Yeah,
a mask,
yeah.
but it's a beard. It's the man mask. You know,
That is
it's
true.
like girls with big glasses.
Right.
I don't know. Like,
See, that's a thing. Like, everyone is getting these oversized, like, Trelawney glasses. And I just want to be like, can we just go back to, like, mid-size?
you cover everything.
Right, yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
It's a your face.
Not in a bad way.
Oh.
Big glasses
I
are
felt
cool.
terrible. Sam doesn't talk. Like my Facebook.
Oh,
Oh, you know it's bad though.
I hurt his feelings of it. Lifelong. It's been 5 years.
you can see me in a minute.
Mhm.
Then he's talking, trying to.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't recognize her from when I brought her. Thing.
It's true.
I'm sorry. It's been fun.
Right.
I digress.
I barely remember my name half time.
Yeah.
I feel like
Everyone.
Yeah.
this feels 95.
Yeah. I was actually gonna say 105.
Okay.
Have you tasted it? Okay.
That's why I was like, I don't feel like it's as hot as the bottled and bond.
It feels hotter on the back end for me.
That's my preference.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second breath. The first breath was the second breath. I felt it
Yeah. Feel the whole thing.
in my chest.
I mean, these are all like micro and like smaller distilleries, so the potential for them to be 100 plus is a lot higher.
Right.
Yeah.
But how old do you think it is?
I'm gonna stay with 5. I was gonna say, yeah, it's not gonna
20
be.
years.
You're
Yeah.
not gonna get a 12.
I'm like, I'm not gonna get an 18
And
year
for 5,
statement.
Think about this. Yeah, they're micro. They're big.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They want to do something different. Kick it out.
I'm going 4. Yeah, mostly because like when you're looking at the color, it is very light caramel.
It looks like
I want to say this is more of a bourbon too. It does taste sweeter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. Is to
It's like if
randomly
we can
educate.
really start to like dial in on the type of corn, you know, you.
It's like
Well, I
going
think-
out
I think that's the
Like-
big difference
like-
between dent corn and sweet corn is what they're like pointing out.
Yeah.
Like sweet corn,
You can
definitely
tell,
tastes-
yeah, sweet. It tastes like that first one.
Go to Biggers. They have sweet corn. They have corn.
yeah,
Corn tastes like what you think a corn would taste like.
Yeah.
Sweet corn tastes like your perfect pop.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm like,
If
there's a
only-
very weird.
yeah. If only we could get the rights and had better editing, we could just drop in that corn video,
Right.
the meme from like.
Buy your Bordelbacher. Oh,
Yeah.
Bordelbacher.
Right.
Sorry,
Sponsored
doesn't
by.
count.
This episode is sponsored by Blind Barrels.
Blind Barrel.
Right.
Blind Barrel's corn.
Yes. Oh, that's cool. And while I'm looking at all this hot mess, so on the back of each bottle, there's a QR code. And then on the tasting table, this is super legit. There's
Comes
another
with the
QR
box.
code. Yep.
Yeah.
Comes in the box.
And
So,
the
like-
first time that you get it, you actually get a tasting glass as well
Oh.
too.
Mm.
Yeah, we did not have a
That's
tasting
how I
glass.
Chris.
Well, I mean, like, there's 3 of us, so it wouldn't
That's
work.
what I was
Yeah.
Fine Chinette.
Right.
Yes.
We did
Oh.
have Glencairns in there, but we only had 3. So I wanted to have a brand new taste every single
Sure.
time.
I actually, this is why my reps do it. That way you
Exactly.
all fresh.
Yeah.
One question:
Yes.
what does this box cost somebody?
Ooh.
That would have been a smart thing to figure out.
So, in general,
Good
question.
It's really
Good
Yes.
question.
I like
So,
this. This is fun.
This is why we bring.
If I would sit down and do something like this randomly, I think it would be fun to buy like a $50 box or whatever. and
Right.
get- I mean, this is what,
So-
what's that you're pouring? 0.75,
About
Yeah.
0.75.
2 ounces roughly of whiskey,
Yeah.
8 total. For $50, it's not a bad deal for oneness.
yes.
Makes you
Exactly,
think
yeah.
again. I've never really. Most of the time, even when you guys have been, we discuss this stuff,
Right.
but that's the only time. If I get whiskey, I'm just like,
Yeah, that's
Yum.
good.
So, legit, you're in that price range. You're good at guessing this. So, it is a quarterly subscription.
Right.
Just because it takes time to like curate. That's what Bob was talking about, like finding the right
Right.
thing and mixing it properly. So it's $59.99.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And they said,
Well, I think technically it's on sale. So I think $69.99.
buy it now, $59.99.
Yeah.
Right.
Blind barrels.
Get it now.
Well, and if you're doing it,
Bobby, don't round sculpt it.
Right.
but you can do the annual subscription, which is typically $280. And right now, I don't know when you're posting. This is next
It'll be
week.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay. So as of today, when we're recording,
Wednesdays.
Got that right.
it was on sale, $80 off, $199.99
Oh wow.
to do the annual subscription.
4 of them a year.
Yes.
So right at that.
Which is
$50 a
hits you in
box.
that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
50, like I said, this is something fun because even like when you guys come to rounds,
Yes.
discuss the whiskey. But other than that, I'd be like, hey, give me something good.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'll pour for you. And I'm like, what are you thinking? You're drinking, or I'm not busy and I'm not discussing it. Like, that was good. Thank you.
Right.
It's not like this where you're like actually quizzing.
Yes. You're
Yeah.
asking those questions.
Now I'm going to remember forever whiskey knowledge.
Yes.
Micro part's kind of cool, right? You know, that being big brands.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Buffalo.
Right. When I was thinking about bringing
I've
someone
had that
in,
before.
yeah.
This is like something.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was thinking about like we need to bring someone else in just to kind of like have another dynamic to it. I was like, you know what? Like Dennis has done so much for us, like help us like try different things.
Yeah.
Like I know he's not gonna have tried any of these.
Oh,
before.
no.
I was like, so Dennis needs to come in.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, the other 2 people I had in mind, there's a chance they would have randomly tried it.
Right. It was like
Yes.
they were say out in Iowa for some reason.
Really?
I love that distillery.
You're like,
what are you talking about?
what were you doing out there?
Like, mom actually lives
Yeah.
there.
Yes. Well, because Wes and Matt travel all the time.
That's true.
And I'm
yeah.
like, I could see them randomly having tried.
And I was thinking about like might as well just go ahead and for Whiskey and Wisdom signing up for this too, and then quarterly sitting down and doing this and bringing in
Yes.
like a
I think
Wes or
that's
something.
super awesome. Like, I think for you guys, I would love it.
Right.
And I want to do
Well, and this was,
Exactly.
super
Yeah.
fun.
yeah, because you can do it. The point of this is for community, right? So if you get your blind barrel, you pop it open, you try yours, you're like, okay, I like this. You bring your friend over, and both of you can sit back and you can try it again, and you can be like, oh, have I feel like I've tasted that now that we've read over the notes, and your friend can kind of like play with it and kind of see.
Even like this, have 2 friends over where, again, you're not getting buzz. In,
Mhm.
in
Right,
that
yeah.
1 hour period. You get 3 people, 4 people, pounds each for
Yeah.
4. You know, a little bit more, obviously, quarter ounce. Mass on it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and have Chris's cheat sheet, which I had
Oh, you should have.
but to learn that stuff, it's like ingraining it now where I about what we talk.
Right.
It's like a nice taste where instead of going buzzing through 2 or 3 whiskeys. Here, try this new one.
Yeah.
And that's
And I mean,
basketball.
and like a 1.5 ounce pour is gonna like burn you up.
Yeah, well, you
Mhm.
also your mouth has changed completely from that whole mouth ounce.
True.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to taste the next one
Mm-mm.
almost cleanly. Like this, the second one, I wish, unfortunately, Billy, if you're listening, put that one
Bobby.
last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, we get to
Bobby.
vote. So like,
Oh,
this
here
is
we go.
us.
Listen to
That's
this
for
now.
the tongue tasting.
Yes.
My tongue was
Right. Here's what's funny now that you mentioned that. We'll go back through and talk about what we just drank here. So this is Mythology Distillery out of Colorado.
Mythos.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Here,
I just
want
wanna go for the name of it.
Yeah. This brand was launched with the help of a domesticated badger. That's interesting. On one of the founders' trips to Alaska where the brand's idea was formed, they were hanging out with the Tiger King of Alaska.
Which
I
hangs
don't know
out.
what that means.
I'm guessing the Badger King.
Right.
Everyone remembers Tiger King from good times.
Gosh.
If you
Who
didn't watch
brought
it,
yeah, go back and do it. Who brought out a badger on a leash to hang out with them around the campfire. And thus the idea for the spirit animal hybrids on the labels was born.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. It is a bourbon,
Okay.
78.5% corn, 13% rye. So there's a little bit of rye in there. There is a huge mixture of things. I won't go through all of it because it's a lot.
It's not a saying, by the way.
That's really what it is. The proof, believe it or not, 118.
Ooh. Okay.
Crazy. I almost shot over 100, but I was like,
I know.
can't-
I was like, I'll
There's
go
a-
10.
I love those.
I went
I'll go
105, but
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't like I didn't think
But
it was that.
But you're
high,
right.
Yeah.
Because we had that bottled in bond that got us as number 2.
Yeah, it made you gun shy to go
And,
too high.
and we also didn't.
But also, these are my favorite kind of whiskeys. It's probably my favorite. But it's because when you're strong and you can mask the strength character,
Yes.
Right.
it makes it crazy scare away for a new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And somebody who never drank whiskey might try this and be like, wow, it's a little strong,
Yeah.
but I can taste XYZ.
Yeah.
Rather than like go back.
Right.
Ooh.
I
It's a
love
burn
it.
sure.
$300
Yeah.
bottle, probably not what they cost, but it's like that burned my mouth off. And as a whiskey tongue, I'm like, that
Yeah.
was not what I wanted, or maybe ever.
So this one, the
Love it.
taste, yeah, the tasting notes on this one is caramel, candied
Mhm.
almonds,
Ooh.
oat, toasted grains, strawberry frosting, cherry, pipe tobacco, and peanut dust.
It's,
I definitely
can
got
see
the
the
tobacco,
tobacco.
too.
The peanut dust. All
I
I
was
can
like-
think of, there's like a town in between here and Fayetteville that is known for their peanuts.
Oh, really?
And like there's a store like on the main strip that I would pull into going up to Fayetteville and be like, all right, let's go in here and get some peanuts. And that's all I can think of when I think of peanut dust. Yeah.
honestly, yellow cake.
Yes.
Right, yeah, they're very specific.
Yeah, I'm like,
I need someone to tell me how you get these flavors into a whiskey.
I want somebody to tell me how to install the whiskey.
Oh, it's-
song.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
ooh.
All
Why
right.
don't you just go to school?
I mean, like, my tongue tastes. That's crazy. I would never pull.
No.
No. So
Oh, wait,
Dennis
now you
doesn't
gotta-
know.
I'm sliding it that way so I don't have to pull it.
Oh,
So
you're
it's in
smart. I
yes.
need to fill these up, don't I?
Yes.
Dennis thought we were only
Tom doesn't
having
have
4.
worries.
I know. I don't have
Push it
longer
all the
than
way.
anything. Dennis thought we were. I know. Dennis thought we were only having 4, but I have a special one that I actually won. We as in the company that I work with, we sponsored a hole at the UNCW golf fundraiser. And oh yeah,
I sponsor
And-
them too.
oh
Which-
nice.
Which hole do you sponsor?
What we're UNCW? It's the UNCW women tournament.
We did the men's,
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's-
but it's oh yeah, yeah.
I donate all the pizzas.
Oh okay.
Oh,
And
This-
I
this one was
sponsor the
slightly
men's and
different.
women's team, and they come to rounds all the time.
Oh, nice. Okay. The one that we did was slightly different. They had like a dinner and stuff. I know the one because we also sponsor that one too.
Yeah.
This is another one that we sponsor. And they did a, sorry.
don't gotta rub it in.
The
Come on,
reason
man.
why I said that is because they,
me. They didn't invite.
it was a different person who set it up, which is the only reason why we knew about it. But there was a giveaway, not a giveaway, there was a raffle. I happened to win the raffle, and you will really appreciate this.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm kind of nervous. This is why I brought a DD, by the way.
How freaking cool is that?
Love 6 bottles.
So this bottle
It's
for
the
those
driver.
like
The driver.
yeah.
This is, and
Yeah.
right where the shafts go in. It's called the female piece.
Yeah. I mean, technically it is. It took me so like
anything in this podcast.
working in jewelry. Someone wrote something. It was like male and female. I'm like, how the fuck do you know the difference? And they're like, well,
Male.
the male end goes into the female end. And I was
Chris,
like,
come here.
oh,
Sit down for 1 second. And let me
Teach the
give
birds
you
of the
birds.
bees.
So how life works is
yes.
one of my favorite things about any kind of liquor, whiskey. I love tequila as well.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever want to like do time? I think those are super fun, and I teach a lot of my whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
Summertime is your summer whiskey. Put a little orange
Yes.
rind, not
Oh.
not the whole thing, just the peel.
Yeah.
Put it on the rocks. It's the same. It's almost like you're like what sweating whiskey book.
Smart.
All the bottles are super. Always have to buy. I can't. There's some.
You're like, I just see it. I'm like, I
Online.
need this.
Whoever was the glass blower,
Yeah.
I wish I could high five you.
It was
I'm
pretty
like, I
cool.
love cool bottles like that. Like, remember
Had the
first one?
unicorn?
The unicorn
Yeah.
one?
Ugh.
The
I never tried that one.
weirdest, gross whiskey. It was a unicorn glass blown opaque bottle. There's one at my house. I have a daughter, and one day it will be on the shelf.
Yes.
Right.
It'll look super cool in her room, and she'll always look at it.
That's like, I have an owl decanter.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And anytime any of my neighbors' kids come over or my nephews come over, it just magically disappears. Because we have it like, we have a little like bookshelf, like right when you walk in, there's like a corner bookshelf, and I have it sitting there just because I'm like, it's just so, I love this thing. But I
do
legit,
this with glass. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
Right.
I'm like, nope, this thing has to, and it's from like the 60s or
Say it's
70s.
old.
So I'm not trying to get another one of those
so
if it
people
breaks.
make a battle. See, I remember there's a tequila bottle I always wanted to run.
Ooh,
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's got
like
you know,
the,
Alice in Wonderland
Mhm.
form,
Mm.
The
but it
caterpillar?
sits like this.
Yeah.
And it's a big bottle. And I saw it one time and I was too broke back in 15.
Mhm.
It was like $1 bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm
My God.
not that broke. I'm broke, but not like that broke.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'd buy that. And I've never seen it again. But it's the coolest bottle I've seen besides like
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never seen an owl.
Yeah.
Like when they have blown glass like that,
That's sick.
I'm definitely even when
Ooh.
you're done with that, it's gonna go on a shelf. So you put something else in
Exactly.
it,
Yep.
there will
See,
be
this is the
something.
most rounds theme to call
I know.
whiskey
How do I
ever.
win that bottle? I want that on my
I was gonna
shelf.
say, yeah.
Oh my god. Unfortunately, thank you, North Carolina ABC. Can never bring it.
Oh,
unless I
Right.
buy it.
Chris's face.
I'm scared now.
well, I only have one nostril too, so. So,
See, now this feels like it's 118 proof, but it's only 90.
so no, what I'm laughing is I was pointing out like the blue section, which is like chemical, technical, microbiology, biological points on here. And I'm like, this from the
Yeah.
jump, I just smell like clean. Like it smells like something was cleaned.
Yeah.
Like maybe like a little rubbery. Like it doesn't, yeah, like it smells
Yeah.
new.
So here's also my thing about a bottle. More novel. Put way more effort into the bottle.
Right.
And
than
don't
what
age
goes
it.
into the bottle.
Yeah.
Like that. So the unicorn bottle, World of Whiskey, 10-year straight bourbon whiskey.
Okay.
When I first opened, we were there
Right. Yeah.
and we tried it. Awful. In fact, 2
10
years
years?
later, I still had the same amount in there. when you bought it. And I dropped the price. And people started interested just basically.
Right, yeah. Like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, what's that
"Oh, give it to
unicorn?
me for $20, whatever, not 40, $300 bottle.
Right.
I was like, they're like, cool. I just want to break even.
Mhm.
Bottle wise, it got better. It was still like, I'd almost rather have
Something else.
Bullet,
Right, yeah.
10 bottles of Bullet.
Oh,
one
true.
bottle of this. I feel like nothing against that. But most
Flavor
cool
profile.
bottles are very much, they put all their effort in the novel
Yeah.
bottle. That's the gift. Not,
Not the flavor.
yeah, no.
Okay, so now this makes
Not
sense.
to kill it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This isn't bad though.
So it's 102 proof.
Okay.
It's malted barley, which is not my favorite
okay,
of
okay.
whiskeys.
Zero. Lovely.
Yeah, and it's
Whiskey.
oh, it was
Mhm.
okay, and aged for 2 years.
Okay.
It's
Yep.
So
I can see that.
Yeah. Yep. They put so much money into the
Oh,
the thing, and they were like, "Hey, we need to put something in it to
Yeah.
sell it to make some money."
So what you do is they should have done them as like irons, and then you could have just done like the different ages were shaped like the
That's an
different
idea right
irons.
there.
Mike,
I was gonna say, yeah.
don't tell people these genius ideas.
If I ever see it, I'll be like, I bet.
They're called-
Chris is gonna go ahead and he's like, "I already know one buyer's gonna buy them all."
These are called flashes of genius.
Yes.
Where you have a genius
Ooh.
idea that now might know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
But I also don't have the funds to do it. So if someone can do it, I'm gonna be like, oh shoot, that's sick.
That
I
was
thought of
my
that.
idea.
Yeah.
I thought of that first.
That
I'm
was my
surprised.
$100 million
Way to make
idea.
it real.
Yes.
I'm proud of you for me.
Yes.
Because I thought of that and didn't get that far.
I mean, there's still at least like 2 ideas out there that I came up with years ago with Tyler that I haven't seen yet. So I'm just waiting.
Craziest one ever was back in the 90s. My dad, I don't know. I turned 39 Saturday.
Okay.
But you guys were young.
Yeah.
You remember a film canister?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So back in the day, it was always
For the camera.
this.
Yeah.
Right.
20 shots on the camera, and that was it. My dad would take the film canister, drill 2 holes on either side of it, and zip tie to my dog's collar, and we was 3 to 4 paper bags in the 90s.
Yeah.
And we all were like, Dad, this is so stupid. We had Newfoundland
Okay, yeah.
walking 2 honkers, and sometimes one of those honkers is a 2-bagger.
Yeah.
Right,
They're
true.
big dogs. They're 150 to 170 pound dogs.
Right,
And
it's
like
massive.
they're humans. And I was thinking about it, and then flash forward to like somewhere in the mid 2000s, somebody came out with that dog flip
Yeah.
thing, full bags. And
Yeah.
I think about this all the time. I'm like, Dad,
Yeah.
You
Is that-
had
as
a
soon as you set up like
multi-million-dollar
that
idea.
dog bone
no,
looking thing
my
that
dad-
hang, yeah.
created that back in the 90s. I remember I had probably pictures with our dog, film canisters on their necks. And I'm like, Dad, can you imagine if you had the drive to
I had to
Enter?
put that.
like I was only 5. I'm not ready.
Mhm.
But I'm like, damn, that was one of those.
That would have
damn,
been
I'm
good.
proud that also I'm like, Dad,
Right, yeah, you had that knack in there.
I hope that G
Right,
my
like
blessings do
that.
this. I want my silly bands idea.
Right, exactly.
Oh.
200
Gosh.
million.
It's
Year and a
nuts.
half, $200 million sale.
And then it just disappeared.
And
That's all you need.
so do the people because
Yeah,
100,
right.
250 million makes
Gosh.
me disappear. It's weird tonight, guys. Rounds
Yep.
is actually here. You get your no G. Here's
Right,
your, here's your
there
rounds
you go.
card. It's a $50 limit every day. You can come as much as you want. I'm just keeping rounds
Bye.
open for life, and you have a
Yes.
self-funded $50 day tab.
Right. It's like perfect.
Yes.
That's what I would. Lottery. Same thing. I
True.
keep rounds a lot because baby, gem.
Yeah.
I just fund it.
Right.
All right.
Tabs. That part. Tabs.
So you guys are down for silly questions. So, question. If you have 2 options. 1, you get $1 million right now. Or 2, you take a coin flip to take $1 billion. which would you choose?
I'll do the coin flip.
Million. I'm doing okay. A million was life changing. Million.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
And also, I watched the mystery show.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
I don't know. 50-50 is a great odds to 1,000 times.
Right.
Yes. I think
What
so.
would
Oh, I'm totally doing a coin flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Million
So
is
it-
great, like I said, get there, but like change it. For
Right, yeah, like $1
Yes.
million seems realistic to me. $1 billion seems further away than realistic
Yes.
for me. So like I'm willing to take
thing.
that.
It's like Trump was gifted $1 million.
Right.
And he turned it into like, how many people a trust fund is
Right.
given $1 million, and guess what happens? They become broke. And
There's a whole entire TV show of people that win hundreds of millions of dollars that go
Right.
broke.
Oh,
all of it's the
But
lottery.
see,
Yeah.
The lottery.
that's a whole conspiracy theory.
I know, yeah, we went down that.
I was thinking, I'm like, didn't we go
On the
down
next
this?
right.
We're got whiskey
I-
and conspiracy theories.
Did we go down
Gosh.
that with Amanda Wilcox?
My brain wants to say yes.
I feel like
But I don't.
we'll
Well,
bring
it's
Dennis and Amanda
hilarious.
on one time. We'll just go
Because
down
someone was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
conspiracies.
bottles.
Yes.
Yeah, just line them up.
have other things.
yes."
We can go down rabbit hole of
Make it like a true Joe Rogan
That's-
podcast.
Okay,
Yeah.
if she
conversations.
Right.
if she wants to do a podcast, that's it. We do a quarterly conspiracy theory,
There you go.
blind
Yeah.
barrels and conspiracies.
Yeah.
That's how you get going.
Blind barrels can
Yeah.
open your
Oh.
brain.
That's the one way to do it.
Gosh, yeah, that's the way. No,
No.
oddly
Great
enough,
ideas out of it.
I've seen a lot of people who were like, "Oh, we should legalize this and do all this," or like, or totally against legalizing weed, but are like microdosing. It's like, wait, aren't
You
those?
skipped a few.
Yeah, did we skip something here?
It's honestly not something it like, beneficial if you something like PTSD,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
trauma, major anxiety issues. It helps them round because in the end of any mushroom, more back to your brain.
Yeah.
Brain is like a settling of understanding of yourself way more than you do resettling the outside. It's not like this
Yeah.
crazy. Actually, scientifically proven
Right.
to be beneficial in so many ways, but in
But see, that's the fun thing is that on both, I've seen both ends of the spectrum. I had friends when I was in my early 20s who were
Oh,
who were doing
just like it.
shrooms.
oh well, they were doing different.
Yeah,
was saying,
yeah,
like,
they were like
party
we were
drugs.
doing shrooms, and we're like, oh, we're floating in the middle of the ocean. I can't touch the
They were eating
couch.
the whole bag.
Yeah.
We're talking micro-
And then,
Right.
but now,
out gram and below.
yes, but that's the. I saw this thing the other day on TikTok. It's like the Pokemon evolution of things. It's like, what was it? Oh, it was when eating just handfuls of cheese evolves into like a Lunchable, which then evolves into a charcuterie board, which then evolves into like hosting charcuterie parties. That's what I think
That's
of.
cool.
It's like,
That's
oh,
it.
hey,
Yeah, right there. What about that? Wow,
that evolution
It's like,
is
how
so
true is it?
ridiculous.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
It
But
is. It is evolutionary.
Yeah.
I mean, I just
Right.
I'm like
Just
fresh graded. We do fresh graded.
Yeah.
We
we started doing that at the house. We were
charcuterie. Charcuterie.
yes.
Good idea to maybe. Like, let's start a business in charcuterie
Nope.
board for other people.
Nope.
That's crazy.
I know the people
There's
that
a
do
few
that. It's
people,
a
yeah.
great move. I just can't afford to do it.
I can't afford to do it, and also, I'll eat half of what's on. the plate.
Exactly.
As I cut,
I mean it.
I am snacking.
Yes.
So that's why I don't touch the charcuterie board when I make it. 'Cause I'm already done. You don't even know.
Some already
Right.
you didn't have a,
I already.
It would have
Oh.
been twice the size.
that's why I do buffalo chicken dip. Because you
Oh.
can't like it's not done until it's done.
That is true.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah. Me and Emily used to go like her friends do a Halloween party, and they always vote like best costume, best meal, and one other thing. And I showed up out of nowhere, and we won like two years back to back. And people are like, "How are you winning this competition?" I'm like, "Well, I made Rotel sausage dip and stuffed it in like pigs in a blanket,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and then I made amazing buffalo chicken dip." It's
I'm
not
actually
Yeah,
hard.
I'm not
yeah.
I'm not getting it from like your generic. I'm putting a little effort. I'm going
Yes.
to Costco chicken. I'm pulling that
Yeah.
hand by hand. I'm
Right.
getting a little better cheese.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, going like I was saying, that shredded cheese, tasting the difference between the bagged shredded cheese and just buying a block and
yeah.
shredding it yourself.
Guys, because your family. I'll sell you cheese, fresh grade.
That
Don't
sounds
tempt
You
me.
guys want no, Adam makes pizza too.
Yeah.
I do it every once in a while. Dough, pizza, sauce. Make your pizza.
I love that. We've been hyping you up at work too. My coworkers have been talking about
I
the
appreciate it 'cause
pizzas.
it's, like,
Yeah.
I hype it up, but y'all hype it
Yes.
up. I'm
I
like,
was saying,
it is
it's good.
Yeah.
The pizza, the wings, things that good. Well, for you guys want it. The pizza.
That's pretty legit.
Family
Yeah.
nights.
I'm about it.
So you got to cut that
Do it.
part.
No, it's
Yeah.
cut that out, but like for real, if you guys actually want.
Yeah.
I've done it. Bags, I can portion it. You know,
Oh, sweet.
you want to forget.
Yeah.
Okay, here's how much you should use. Less.
All right.
You don't need whole pizza. Let them roll it out. Sauce it, and you want top. You know, like, hey, we right.
Yeah.
Make it.
Make it.
Yeah, that is fun.
I haven't done that in years.
Make your fresh make.
Yeah.
Right there.
We're right. Exactly.
Put it-
It's the best part. Yeah. That is smart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mother's Day's coming up.
That's right. I was gonna say, yeah.
She gets
Yeah, she does.
Saturday's my birthday.
Oh, so you get the
Awesome.
first
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
She's already been a couple.
Yeah.
My first Father's Day.
Yeah.
First time.
You have to wait once a year, every year.
Oh,
So.
Saturday.
You look great.
Thanks.
Yeah.
My shape. Like good.
We're doing this tasting.
All right.
You know, they say black don't crack Asian raisin.
They don't.
Yeah,
Same.
As long as you drink water and eat some rice. You're,
And have the melanin.
that helps.
yes.
I know. Darn.
At least you have a little bit of a tan.
I do have Native
Ooh.
American in me,
You can tell.
so I get that little bit of.
Which one?
There's a mixture, but I think it's primarily Cherokee.
If you have over.
I'm just a little less.
Not enough for
Yeah.
him to get anything good.
Right.
Oh, I don't know if anybody knows.
My mom is enough to get like the.
You get a
college and all of
percentage-
that
Oh,
stuff.
no. If you are like Cherokee, and you can put 5 or 6, 7, whatever the percentage is,
I'm over that. So
you
yeah.
get a take from the casinos on their land. Every year, you will get a check.
It might be a little check, but you're still getting a check.
No, usually because there's not many people that qualify because
That's
it's
true,
dwindled
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
So it going to you get casino does $1 billion a year,
Right. Yeah.
and they do $1 billion a year. I like it. All the
Yeah.
just by proving your bloodline is Cherokee on Cherokee Ranch.
My grandfather
Nashville,
could
pay me,
definitely
pay me.
get it then.
I think you
He
could.
needs
like
to.
I'll look into that more
Right.
because like
That's worth it.
no, literally
Oh wow.
it's
Yeah.
a year. Get it?
I'm looking.
Casino from any tribes you had percentage. That's what I
Right.
say. It's less and less.
Yep. Less people.
Down,
Right.
less people. Bloodline gets cut. So
True.
30, 50, 12.5,
Right.
7.75.
Yeah.
It goes down and down and down.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Good to know. I'll have to look into that a little bit more. Yeah.
it's like almost like my Irish.
Oh, yeah.
You have one?
Grandmother, my grandmother, her first born in Ireland, her first born from Ireland.
No way. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
That's
it
worth
wasn't
looking
so
into.
cold, I already thought about it.
That's Bali.
Yeah, true. It's pretty expensive out there
In
too.
the day
so.
of my day, I would go to a beach.
Yeah.
Good point.
And
Yeah.
we're gonna ride scooters every day and spend $8 and not gonna
Right.
stay. I'm not going in a grassy, cold Europe.
Foggy
Yeah,
space.
good point.
I want to
Good.
be the sun. Take me out.
Yeah. It's fine.
All right. So after all the ramblings and all the fun tastings, just want to shout out, say thank you to Blind Barrels and Big Bobby B.
Yep. Bobby
This
Blind
was
Barrels.
an amazing experience. I think me and Tyler are going to try and figure this out and see if we can do it more regularly.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments. You can comment on the Facebook page that he posts sometimes. But we do have a YouTube and
I was like, plug
Instagram,
the YouTube,
which
dude.
we're on all the time. So yeah, shout out our
We're going
YouTube.
hard on the YouTubes.
But yeah,
That's awesome. This is awesome. And
Thank you.
Bobby Billy,
it's
Right.
all
you've inspired me to want to do this because this is a fun thing, even if you're not a whiskey person.
Mhm.
For
Mhm.
friends, for people who are trying to get more into whiskey, this will help your brain start considering what you're tasting rather than enjoying what.
Yeah.
For our first time ever actually
doing
sitting
this.
together, breaking down
Right.
whiskey, discuss stuff around, but to break it down.
Yeah,
and
to go
then-
this far into
and then
it.
also
Yeah.
to knowledgeably know what's next. That's
Right.
different.
I was
like that.
very impressed on how well like we all did collectively with what we had here. Because I
Yeah.
was like, I drink it, but I don't know if I actually know what I'm
Yeah.
drinking. And I was like, okay, we actually did a
Well, it's
really
like
good
putting
job.
Yeah.
terms to it. Like I said, it's like we know what we're kind of drinking. We're drinking up,
Right.
but to know and actually have terms to describe, it, and also the thought, the term right there. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. And I also like the blindness.
Mm-hmm. I
On the
wouldn't-
next
able to
episode of not this rounds off film. We'll do blind tasting at rounds.
That'd be
I'm down.
sweet. Yeah.
By the
We
way,
can film-
I was
can
gonna say, yeah.
Yeah.
we can
I,
film there.
I'm
just so
about
you know,
that.
the best thing to eat while drinking, chicken tenders.
And
Chicken tenders and fries.
There you go, baby. But
They
yeah,
are exceptional.
they really are.
I never ran into chicken tenders. I always thought they were frozen grocery store, and then I had rounds. And I was like,
These are actually pretty good.
whoa, there's levels. Not only the whiskey, the chicken, and
Yes.
they're always on point. Burn chicken.
No.
But have your no. I eat them less than crisp, but they're that good.
Take it away.
All right. So I just want to say thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. Sorry you got the side man boob angle today, but yeah, I just want to say thank you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out our Instagram. We got a YouTube. Support us and, leave us a 5-star review. You can do it on all of the podcasts you listen to. It definitely helps everybody out and it can help us do more fun things like this. But we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.